think there's like random overlays, but we're still in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saber likes to save everyone the first like 3-4 minutes of a game while he figures out how to do things, correcting people's names. So up in the top right-hand corner, we have this Zerg player who is not Axiom Ryung. It is, in fact, Ta One SubRat. Or do you have the recording for that? I'm not going to stress you out with the recording. It's SubRat.
All right, and his opponent in the bottom left of Daybreak, which seems to be a pretty popular map these days, at least among Challenger Leaguers. It is your blue Zerg, opponent of SubRat, Triple T's Gaming, TheBigRobo.
Yay.
And we got pretty much exact build orders for the most part of the game.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the only difference right now is the spine going in front of TheBigRobo's base. And yeah, you brought up this map being popular. It strikes me as one of the more current meta balanced maps that you could get. There's not like crazy cliff room for blinks. There's not like a ridiculous exposed natural. It kind of has a lot of the features that just a normal map has, even though it's Dream Pool.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And you're talking about like the current meta, and that's the big thing is the complaint concerning Dream Pool. Everyone's like, yeah, old maps, so excited as the TheBigRobo's links get in here and get a little good scat around. The thing is like, yeah, old maps, but it was catered to Wings of Liberty. Not to say that back then the maps weren't balanced, but you when you're playing Cloud Kingdom, which is it came out in the beta, right, of Wings of Liberty, 2010, exactly. And you're playing with Hellbats that don't need transformation servos on that. Like that's a big deal sometimes. So the maps used to be balanced, and now Daybreak, it seemed to be like you said, is one of the more balanced maps in terms of matchups and what is actually like the mechanics of the game. So we do have Roach Warren going up for SubRat, and I don't think we saw one go down for TheBigRobo, did we?
No, it doesn't look like he's getting the 2 Evo chambers, but not a Roach Warren. Usually you'll see those go down together, but yeah, Evos instead. So we'll see if he actually goes for a melee upgrade as opposed to range, which could certainly tip us off on what direction he's going, but nothing out of those just yet.
Yeah, we were talking about before the matches were started up, like this Roach versus Roach battle, like almost resembling like the Revolutionary War, and we do have +1 missile attacks coming down from TheBigRobo. Just like these lines of units shoot at each other, and as you see it, 3 Roaches are popping out for SubRat. And we do have missiles, of course, getting upgraded for TheBigRobo, so we're likely going to see a Roach Warren go down for him shortly as well.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is, yeah. That's just some caster ingenuity there, right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's just,
goodness.
Only type of stuff you can learn in Diamond League for the most part.
You guys will get there. I will again.
You'll get there one day, Ender.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, the first Roaches are making their way across the map. So one of the big differences here, obviously, is going to end up being the upgrades. The upgrades on those Roach versus Roach fights really make quite a big difference. Oh, but we got some interesting play here by SubRat. He is dropping a Nidus network.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does have that Overlord just peeking right outside of the main of TheBigRobo. One thing I want to bring into discussion too as well is the 10, as when I last checked it was 10 worker lead. Now it's 8 by TheBigRobo over SubRat. So it's, the SubRat's probably, he's getting a little supply blocked here and there, which isn't helping his cause. Yeah. But he's probably going to be trying to make this work because nobody's gone 3-base right yet, and they're not really looking to. The one thing that is a tell is TheBigRobo's creep is spreading over there, and now he just goes ahead and takes a 3rd now. So SubRat, of course, going for some 2-base Roach, Nidus network, and TheBigRobo seeing if he can make the 3-base work.
Yeah, and he could end up catching this stuff a fair bit out of position if he does go ahead with it. And TheBigRobo, again, we saw him put down the Roach Warren a bit later. So it took him a little longer to get his Roach count actually up, but they're fairly even at the moment.
Yeah, but if SubRat is able to get his roaches in the main and then kind of get a nice little concave at the top of the ramp while all BigRobo's roaches are down trying to defend the third, like that's going to be the play. And there is an Overlord. Yeah, now they're going in.
He's had 13 more pop out there, so that has become decidedly more one-sided. It's 20 to 13 now in his favor, but we'll see if anything can stop. There it is.
Yeah, and he's going to hear the sign. The BigRobo course scouts. He's pulling drones to see if he can get it, and he's going to be able to deny this, isn't he? Yeah, that's going to go down really quickly. That's a bit unfortunate. I would have liked to see it pop out and see what damage it could do. But even if he hadn't killed it, I'd like to think that the BigRobo's like concave would have been able to handle it, even if, because they could pop out one at a time. It's not going to be like a flood of roaches.
Yeah, here comes the other one. He started moving the Overlord immediately to
really good
try and get this down. And he'll just try and go after the third. BigRobo's army is actually moving out at the same time, so he's going to be caught out of position on this. We'll see if he actually turns around or just continues to go forward.
I really like this play out of SubRat because I think he knows he's behind, of course, now that he's the third.
Yeah, he brings them back, actually is the one that brought them back. He saw that the roaches are coming.
Okay, he's going to take a fight on the spine crawler, and we'll see if that's going to, it's gone now, but...
Yeah.
Firemen! Hold the line!
Yeah. I mean, we'll see him push it back. The +1 helped out there a little bit, but with the home field advantage, SubRat did have the ability to go ahead, but he's able to just clean up the Nidus behind that.
Yeah,
so he's still just got the 3 bases.
Yeah, take the fight with the spine crawler. I think the issue wasn't the spine crawler because it's not like destroying roaches. It's that he targeted the spine crawler with the a substantial number of his line there. So SubRat was able to get a couple shots off pretty much without taking any.
SubRat absolutely cannot decide whether to go into that next Nidus canal or not.
He has to now. He has to make a decision because if he lets it sit. If he lets it sit on 2 bases, the 3 base, of course, is going to override any decision he makes. So he's got to make a play, right? He's got to decide to either take a third and try and catch up or make a play with that Nidus because, the guy knows the tech's there, but, you made the investment, go for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to commit to something. The roach counts are relatively even. It's the drone count that is 17 in favor of the BigRobo at the moment, plus the entire extra base. So yeah, SubRat is going to take a third there at the bottom while his roach army moves out. But yeah, he just doesn't really have. He doesn't have an advantage in numbers, in upgrades, in anything really.
Currently, they're even, but it's the upgrade timing. Like the 2-2 is going to finish for the BigRobo, and it's just going to be +2 attack for SubRat. So the longer he waits, the BigRobo is just going to take an economic lead, and that's that. He can't really do much about it.
Yeah, and he's got the SubRat's got the Hydra Den down, but none of them have been actually produced yet.
Oh, he does.
And he's going for the roach speed there for healing.
And he does actually take a third.
Yeah.
So that's his play as of right now, is to go ahead and take that third. But I mean, the BigRobo's had it saturated for some time, and he's been mining it from some time. So not only does SubRat have to take a third, he has to not take this engagement essentially. He has to run away right now. He's going to be a couple shots.
He doesn't have the speed here, and his opponent does. So he's going to hunt this down. Yeah. That's often what just determines who wins in these roach battles. Had he kept this main force, then these 12 reinforcing Hydras may have been enough, but they're not.
Well, and they're right on top of
particularly if you don't attack or anything.
Oh, if you're command moving, that's not good either.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but he was going to lose that fight anyway.
There's the GG
realizes what he did. Map numero 2. Up in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have from Ta1. He is trying to come back after that first game. It is...
we don't have
intros? I thought you had them.
SubRat!
Didn't you have them last week? I'm sure you had them last week because I was pausing for it the whole time.
Oh, God.
I saw them come up. I know it. Anyway, doesn't matter.
SubRat.
Anyway, it's SubRat.
All right. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, representing Triple T Gaming, repping them blue trunks. He's currently up 1-0 against his fellow Zerg opponent. He is the Big Robo. Nice camera action there, Saber.
So pro. So pro. I
Thanks
like
for
the
fixing
big
the overlay
robos.
too, Saber.
That's really good.
Yeah,
The big robo always sounds like Protoss to me, but he's explained, yeah, like, because robo, but he explained that it's from something else. Is he?
Is he gonna snipe overlords?
Ooh. This is interesting. So yes, we got the spore crawler coming down in the back of the base. And yeah, this sort of thing can be cute.
To hide any sort of tech.
I've seen people do this, and then like as the overlord gets close, uproot it, and you just go burrow under it, and it kills it so fast that you can't get away. But
it doesn't look like it's doing
much.
Yeah,
he's pulled his overlord back anyway.
Yeah.
So he's not going. Yeah, I don't know.
So that's a good. You know what? It's a good try.
It's cool.
We're gonna call that a good. That was a good effort, SubRat.
Yeah.
I like where your mind's at.
It's a neato play, but yeah, not neato enough for now.
All right. So I want to see who goes to the third base sooner, because a lot of times, if you can go there and hold it, of course, you're in pretty good odds to win, and especially at this level of play, it's a really big determiner.
That is true. Yeah, if you can hold on to it. This one could be a little rough.
Because we've got a bit of a Baneling speed thing all in coming in.
So I don't know if anyone's going to get to a third unless we kind of stabilize after this. But yeah, Big Robo is committing. The speed has just finished. Banelings are coming in at the front. That spore uprooted, just waiting.
Oof. Already going to get a sound of the screen.
Insta surround. That goes down. Lol,
oh
GG.
Gosh. Ugh. Oh. Oh.
But does the spore crawler survive the night?
Oh. Oh.